We've got another one. This one involves a judge who lied about her service record to get elected and a bunch of other things. And if you're trying to weigh the legalities of such, I'll have you know that the dumb and stupid have totally contaminated the crime scene. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dredd to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnny Walker Dredd Show.
19th Judicial Court Judge Tiffany Foxworth-Roberts.
Her first name is Tiffany, and her last name is Roberts? Oh man, do we even need to examine this anymore?
Her case before the 6 Supreme Court justices as the state's highest court. It is a last-ditch effort to keep her job on the bench.
WAP was the only station from Baton Rouge that had cameras inside the courtroom in New Orleans. Riley Kramer reports.
Judge Tiffany Foxworth-Roberts was not in court today, but we did hear from counsel representing her and the Judiciary Committee, who recommended that she be removed from the bench.
So she doesn't show up in court. She doesn't have to, but that can't sit well with the judges on her case. Maybe I'm off, but that just seems like bad optics. You're a judge who has been accused of ethics violations so severe that they're considering throwing you off the bench, and you don't appear in front of these judges? Okay.
Tiffany Foxworth-Roberts is in a fight to keep her job after the...
What this photo needs is more editing. She still appears to have a touch of human flesh on her.
Judiciary Committee recommended she be disrobed. She's accused of lying about her military service as a captain. She also allegedly misled police to think her car was broken into in her driveway when the burglary was actually 3 miles from her home.
Ruh-roh. What? She lied about her military service? And this bit about her lying to the police about where her car was burglarized? Why would anyone do that?
Okay, that was weird.
Well, I would venture to guess that the car was not where it was supposed to be when it was burglarized. Any other ideas out there?
This happened in 2020 when she was campaigning for her spot as judge, according to the investigation into her actions.
You corrupt the process when you're not truthful with an entity charged with making sure that judges are meeting the ethical standards, the high ethical standards that we expect judges to meet.
Michelle Beatty is the special counsel for the Judiciary Committee. She told the justices Foxworth-Roberts doubled down on the lies and showed a pattern of being dishonest.
Okay, so this lady here is hammering the judge, but the judge has her supporters.
Justice Jay McCallum questioned why the Judiciary Committee wants to have Foxworth-Roberts removed.
You may be thinking that I'm referring to this guy. Nope.
He referenced Judge Ebony Johnson-Rose's misconduct behind the bench and the Judiciary Committee's response. Judge Johnson-Rose not only found someone guilty of a crime that didn't exist, but she also made other missteps while on the bench.
That judge, coming out of the same judicial district, I might add, got an 8-month paid vacation.
Your Honor, I just
how do we reconcile those two things? Did y'all just wake up or something, or what?
So this dude is advocating for no punishment at all. But how can that be? I mean, he's white.
Beatty said Foxworth-Roberts wasn't cooperating, which the committee noted. McCallum insinuated that had something to do with the recommended punishment.
I mean, every case is different, right? Every case is going to have a different set of facts. Every case is going to have a different level of cooperation from the respondent judge.
And I guess that's...
So you can be incompetent and cooperate and everything's forgiven.
I don't think everything was forgiven in that case.
Well, that's a difference of opinion.
Justice Cade Cole says it's not the crime, but the cover-up, outlining that Foxworth-Roberts should have clarified her military rank when asked under oath.
We're not talking about a person off the street. This is a lawyer and a judge. And they're being asked a question twice. You were in the Army and you were a captain. I would think any rational person would correct them, knowing that that's untrue.
Steve Irving, the lawyer for Judge Foxworth-Roberts,
is going to weigh in and say the charges are patently false. My client is a pillar of the community. The idea that she would lie about her military record and that whole car burglary thingy, that's absurd.
Said the attempts to disrobe her are extreme.
This is a case with a lot of summary conclusions, and the details show this is not a removal case.
Nope. Sure, my client may be a proven liar and fraud, but you can't take her off the bench. Now keep in mind, this news coverage wasn't the clearest, so I did some digging. Supreme Court considers removing judge over stolen valor military rank claims. The Louisiana Supreme Court is weighing the fate of East Baton Rouge Parish Judge Tiffany Foxworth-Roberts after the state's Judiciary Commission recommended her removal from the bench, citing a pervasive pattern of dishonesty during her 2020 campaign and subsequent investigations. Elected to the 19th Judicial District Court in 2020 and sworn in on January 1, 2021, Foxworth-Roberts now risks becoming the first Louisiana judge ousted since 2009. The commission's 11-2 vote followed a year-long probe with calls for her to reimburse over $9,000 in costs. Arguments were heard by the High Court on October 21st, with no decision yet issued. At the heart of the case are allegations of stolen valor and misleading reports. During her campaign, Foxworth-Roberts touted herself as a U.S. Army veteran of 3 wars, Desert Storm, Iraq, and Afghanistan, claiming the rank of captain. Oh my God, she was a regular Audie Murphy.
That was Loco, but not in an entertaining way.
Okay, now we'll hear from her side, and let me tell you that your IQ is now going to tank like the Dallas Cowboys on the road. Get out your Rubik's Cubes and chess sets because you're going to need some mental stimulus afterwards. And if your IQ hasn't fully recovered from my reading of Nicole Price's and Ian Roberts' book, then I would skip the rest for now. Here goes. She appeared in ads wearing military gear and described being no stranger to being on the front lines. Military records, however, reveal she served as a medical laboratory assistant processing blood, never deployed overseas or in combat, and left the reserves as a first lieutenant after failing promotion twice. The confusion arises. Confusion? From her claim of being a veteran of Desert Storm, which began in August 1990 when she was 16. I didn't realize that the Army fielded a drum and bugle corps during Desert Storm, or maybe she was the powder boy for the artillery, powder girl. She was never deployed to the Gulf War. Instead, while stationed at Walter Reed Army Medical Center in 1991 to 1992, after enlisting at 18, she worked as a medical laboratory specialist processing blood samples from returning Desert Storm veterans. Wow! Now, she might not have been involved in any Desert Storm combat, but she did analyze their blood samples, and she did it while working at the Walter Reed Army Medical Center. That's in Washington, D.C. I imagine that's a pretty tough neighborhood. Additionally, in 2020, she reported a car burglary at her Baton Rouge home, claiming $40,000 in stolen jewelry that was missing. Yeah, you had $40,000 in jewelry in your car. Okay. Evidence showed the incident occurred 3 miles away at a campaign site. She later gave conflicting accounts to police and her insurer. Oh, it happened to be insured, of course, initially denying a claim. Foxworth-Roberts defended her claims, arguing her support roles qualified as war service and that urban campaigning felt like front lines.
It's more like, zany or goofy. Yeah. It's the wrong kind of loco.
All of you hammering her for lying or eating crow. She didn't really go overseas, but begging for votes, well, that felt like the front lines. The other day, I dropped my laptop bag in a puddle of water, and I got the scare of my life. I was worried that my laptop might not even fire up, and I got to thinking, this must be just like what a soldier feels after dropping his rifle in mud while under fire. He's just praying that the gun will go off if he squeezes the trigger. I just wonder what kind of medal I should receive. She blamed inconsistencies on COVID-19 stress.
Garfield.
Yeah, you heard it here first, guys. Her mother's cancer.
Oh!
Because when your parents get cancer, that compels you to lie about your service record. And possible extortion. Extortion? What does that look like?
Lie about your service record or we'll do something bad to you.
Oh, wait, this was possible extortion.
Lie about your service record or we might do something bad to you.
Hey, I'm the most local person in here.
My take on this is the following. If this judge truly believes that her excuses are worthy of being taken seriously, then how well did she analyze the excuses of defendants?
Your Honor, my client might have been captured on video robbing that store, but it might have been extortion.
Oh, well, why didn't you mention that sooner? Case dismissed.
Oh my gosh. My only consolation is that if my IQ is evaporating like Rashad Ritchie's scientific claims under scrutiny, your IQ is joining it. We're all getting dumb together.
Stop. I'm in too deep. This is like watching the British version of The Office. Like it's funny, but awkward and sad at the same time. Yes.
Some of you may be wondering if she committed a crime by claiming to have been deployed overseas. That I'm not so sure. Let's look at the Stolen Valor Act of 2013. This act makes it a crime
For an individual who, with intent to obtain money, property, or other tangible benefit,
and she lied to help get elected,
fraudulently holds himself or herself out to be.
So you don't have to present phony medals or paperwork. A verbal claim would be all that's necessary.
A recipient of.
And it lists a number of awards. I don't know if claiming to have been deployed meets this criterion. As far as I know, she hasn't claimed to have received any medals. Oh, I'm sorry. She hasn't claimed to have been extorted into claiming she received any medals. Let me know what you think.
With this bandana, I welcome you to the game.
Like my video and subscribe to my channel. And if you're not sure you know how, I'm sure the judge's explanations will wear off over time.